Hey everybody, I am Marlene. I'm the content creator for Life with Marlene. I am a Florida vlogger. I share my beautiful sunshine state of Florida and I take you along for all of those things. So, thank you so much for all of those who have recently subscribed or have been subscribed for a while. I do my vlogs on Sundays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A new one came out last night. So thank you those who have watched already. Your support is so valuable to me. We're on the road to partial monetization. I believe the last time I looked, I was at I was at 2390 in watch time. So that's all thanks to you guys. So let's get into today's topic. We're going to be talking about dealing with negative people. Um, I think I personally just just wanted to talk to you about this. Hayward, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Tamika. Appreciate y'all being here. Could you please hit the like? Hope you're doing good. Happy Friday. Weekend is upon us. So I just wanted to talk about this for a little bit. I don't even know how long I'm going to be on here, but I just gotta say what I want to say. When we talk about dealing with people who are negative, um, either on YouTube or in real life, it definitely will affect you if you let it. And that's why I'm starting to learn to move differently with different people when I see that they are doing negative things, that I have to pull back for my own self. I have to pull back for my own peace of mind. I have to pull back for my own sanity, for my own encouragement. And when I stay around people who are negative, it kind of causes me to, hmm, try to think of the right word. It kind of causes me to get sidetracked from my own purpose, from my own plan that is meant to be for me. And I don't know about you guys too, but when I find myself being around negative people, it causes me to not want to do anything. It kind of is discouraging. I find discouragement from people who are negative. Um, Kind of gets me sidetracked from my purpose, and it doesn't make me feel good. Like it messes me up mentally. And when someone disrupts your mental peace, hmm, it's like why even try? Like it puts me in a space where I feel unmotivated for doing anything. I just don't want to do anything. I just don't even want to try. So I'm very sensitive to other people. I'm very sensitive to negativity. And when a person could say, for me, I'm just talking about myself, a person could say all day long that they're a positive person, but if everything that they talk about is negative, you're not a positive person. So I have to protect my energy. I have to protect my light. I have to protect my peace, and I have to protect the choices that I make. Because if I'm making a choice to support you and to be around you, I have to be very cognizant of, are they pulling from me? Are they energizing me? Are they helping me to want to do some more things with my channel, with my life? Like, do they get me excited about my purpose and my plan? And also in real time, in real life, I have to pay attention to people who are negative, because when you're around people who are negative, it's like, hmm, it kind of makes you feel like, you start feeling like everything shifts when you're around negative people. Like You could be in the best mood. You could be in the best place in your life that day. And then when you're around somebody and they're like, ah, it's like you automatically get that. You get that energy from them. And then you start thinking about the things that you don't like, where, life can never be 100%, but you got to be very, very cognizant, very aware of other people and their negative energy and negative talk, because it will start to affect you. I've learned to transmute and or deflect negative energy. It's not an easy process, but with practice and time, I've learned how to use it to my benefit. Awesome word. That's good. That's good to know. Deflecting it. But I'm just a person that once I identify that a person has, like, I don't know, like snake. What is my term? Snakish. You have snakish tendencies. That you're in my face, and then behind my back you're snakish, talking about me, and it doesn't even have to be about me. But if a person talks about other people, it's just a matter of time before they talk about you. So once I identify that the person is not loyal to people, they'll be like, you'll look at people and you'll be like, I thought you were friends with that person, and then the next thing they're talking about somebody. My mom always warned me and told me about that, from I was a little girl, that to be careful about people who talk about other people, because you may not know it, but it's just a matter of time before it will be you. So I'm very aware of that. When I see someone is talking about other people and always talking about labeling themselves as a positive person, but yeah, all they do is spew negativity, rage. They're always upset and angry about something that starts to affect me. A person who always is like upset and angry all the time, it affects me. And I can't be around people like that. I guess you could say that. I'm not gonna stop to support the person, but I guess I do like a love. I can love you from a distance. Like, I got love for you and everything, but I can't let other people's negativity start to affect me. And what is it called? I'm an empath. So when I'm around somebody and they're upset, like, I start to get upset. I'm very sensitive to those things, and I wish that I wasn't, but I am. When I feel like somebody is sad or somebody is angry, I get that same energy even here on this app. So I have to be very careful about people who are negative. It really does affect me. So that's one of the reasons why I was talking to my mentor 2 days ago, and she was telling me that um, you don't have to, while you support people and care for them and love them, you also have to support, care, and love yourself. You got to love your own mental health, and you got to love your own peace, and you got to have to make a choice that which one do I love more? Do I love myself more, or do I love them more? And while you care for people, you have love, you have friendship for certain people, but you can't let people block you. Um, you can't let people block you from your own peace and your own energy. And I found that with dealing with certain people, that it will make you feel like so weak, like so tired, like you have no get up and go, like you're not energized to do anything, because they pull everything from you. Everything. Yeah, facts. The environment I was in, working in hospital and real estate, I had to learn how to deal with them. But in my life, I don't deal with them. Right. Yeah, you have to learn like a sort of balance. Um, when it comes to the negative people, you got to learn some sort of balance. Like, they just pull and drain and take. But I found for myself that I'm not a person, I don't like confrontation. I'll just say it like that. I hate confrontation. Even till today, even with the things that I deal with and the work that I do, I have a hard time confronting people, because that's just who I am. I'm just generally a very sensitive person. I'm a very kind person, understanding, but also people will use you and play on that because they know who you are. Hey, Sonia, how are you doing? Welcome. Good to see you, and thank you everybody for the likes. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I found that I'm a very sensitive person. I'm really. Oh, Anne Marie's here. Hey, Anne Marie, how are you doing? I don't know why I can never see your comments. But how you doing, Anne Marie? Good to see you. I found that I'm a very sensitive person. I'm very kind to other people, but also don't let people play games with you. Um, you can be kind to other people, but also they need to be kind to you. Not that you're doing a tit for tat or because I do this for you, you have to do this for me. It's not, no, it's not like that. But if you find that you're doing more for somebody and they're not doing anything for you, you have to start thinking like, why am I around them? Why am I calling them a friend? You know, friendship is an action thing, and there's all different type of relationships that you can have. There's the business relationships. There's the spiritual relationships. It's mental health relationships. It's finance relationships. You know, it's romantic relationships. There's all type of relationships that are out there, and you have to be aware that if a person is not supporting you in whatever role that they're supposed to be, you know, and they're always bringing negativity because of what they are dealing with and what they are going through, then you definitely have to pay attention. You know, you definitely have to pay attention to those things. And I try my best to always give off positive energy to other people. I like to play and joke with the best of them. You all wouldn't really know here on this app because I don't bring that side of me. I don't, because this is business. I don't bring my silly side. I don't bring the things that the talk that I have with my friends and stuff here on this app because this is my business. I try to stay professional at all times, but yeah, that's what I'm about. Yeah, you totally understand what I mean. Thank you, Sonia. Yeah, being an empath is hard, especially because we tend to mirror. But also you have power. I I can be changed. I can change the mood of a room. Yeah, it's like when you walk into a room and you can feel like I don't know if you all have done it, but like you go into a room and it just feels so dark and heavy, and you're like, whoa, I don't like the energy in here. It's like you go in with like positive energy, and then everybody's like looking at you. You come into a room smiling, and then next thing you know, you're saying hi to everybody, and then you could change the room just like that, and then you start seeing people smile and how you doing, good to see you. You know, I like my mom used to always say, my mom was a very wise person, and so was my father. They always said that don't let other people's negative energy, you know, bring you down. Don't let other people's darkness affect your light. And that's before I was the person that I am and started getting knowledge and reading and all of those things. So I really didn't understand what they were talking about when they said that, when my mom and dad used to tell me things. But it's like I can go back in time now that they passed away and I start thinking about the things that they told me. And it's true that we think sometimes that because of the way we are and the way we treat people, we think that we can change others. Just because of our friendship, because of our personality, we feel like I'm pouring so much love into you. I'm showing you so much consideration and time, you know, and you feel like they're okay, they'll change, they'll do better, And they'll even say with their mouth, you know, like, you're my friend, I'm here for you, I support you, and they're not doing anything of the such. You know, actually, they're doing everything to sabotage you, discourage you, maybe because they feel discouraged. Maybe they're going through something and they feel sad, you know, some sort of sadness too. So while I do feel sorry for people, you have to save yourself, you know. You know, like when you're on a plane and everything, and the oxygen mask comes down, and it always they always say, you know, put on your mask before you help somebody else. And that's the same thing that I'm learning. Life is a journey. It's a learning process, and for each of us. And I had to learn that I have to stop trying to save other people and start saving myself. I have to learn to start making myself happy. I have to bring in peace for my own self. I have to make my own self joyous. I can't let another person's whatever they're dealing with, whatever they're going through, to get me off track from feeling good about myself. And I found that for negative people, that they can cause you to um, feel sad and feel like you're in a dark space as well, because of what they're going through, because of what they're dealing with. Anne Marie says, yes, and put a stop to dealing with negativity. Exactly. Yeah, I can see your comments now from my other channel, Anne Marie. I don't know. I went and looked, and I don't know why I can't see your comments when you're on this channel, but I can see them now. So I had to really start paying attention to other people and the energy that they are putting out, how they treat other people, and like be honest. That's one of the things that I'm just the type of person that I don't like to, like, when I can see what a person is, I have a hard time believing it, if that makes sense. I think that's my thing. Like, because I'm very aware, I can see and I know when people are doing things. I'm like, I know what you're doing. But I don't want to embarrass people. I don't want to make people sad, but I have to learn to protect my own energy, from people who don't mean me good. You can say all day long that you mean me good, that you're supportive of me, that you rock with me, that you're this and you're that. But if in your actions you're doing a whole completely different thing, you know, you got to be aware. You got to be aware of these people, because they play a lot of games. Sonia says, I'm a real introvert. With me trying something new here on YouTube, this is the most engaging I do. I like the virtual change, but don't know how I would do in reality. Okay, yeah. Um, I think I'm a I don't know what they call it, but I think I'm a little of both. I'm definitely not an extrovert. I'm definitely not an extrovert, but I kind of tend to prefer my own being by myself. But yeah, I can engage with people when I have to, but I would prefer not to, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to say, like, um, to protect your energy, everybody. Hey, Des. Happy Friday. Good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome in, and I would appreciate the likes, everybody. If you could hit the like for me, that would be awesome. I just feel like I have I have to start paying more attention. It's not that I don't see things, but it's about what do we do with the energy that people are putting out. When we see that someone is, like, we identify. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that? The rumbling of the thunder. Yeah, it's about to storm here. When you can see what somebody is doing, when you see the way somebody is treating you, it's like you really do have to pay attention. I'm good, Des. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. Hope you are as well. Hey, Wanda. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Lisa. How are you? I think I saw somebody else. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Yes. Hey, Tamika. Yeah, I just feel like when you see who somebody is, when you identify a person is negative, when you identify a person as a user or manipulator, like pay attention to those things, everybody. Um, and I was the type of person that I would see and I would be like, I know what you're doing, but then I would never do anything about it. I would just let people continue to use me or to play games with me or to, you know, treat me less than what I deserve. And I wanted to say to everybody, don't let anybody treat you less than you deserve. You don't deserve to be treated like trash under somebody's feet. You don't deserve to used or play games or to be talked about or lied to, manipulated. You know, it's a lot of mind games that people do. I will say that not everybody in real life and on this app is mentally stable. It's a lot of people out here who are not mentally stable. It's a lot of people that are undiagnosed. Can you guys hear that? Um, there's a lot of people who are undiagnosed, and you know, it's not too right, right? It's not too right up here. So I have to be aware of that part too. That not everybody is mentally stable, and when I think about, you know, your life and your happiness, your peace, the things that you want to do in your life, to be able to do things in your life, not everybody that we care about we can continue to rock with. And I learned a lot, like in real life, like I don't really have a problem with it, but I found because this is a virtual thing here on YouTube that there are some people that you just are gonna have to pull away from because they just, it's like it's a no. It's a no. It's not it's not gonna help you to feel good or and to be and to go where you want to go here on your YouTube channel if you're a content creator, to be able to focus more on your content and to do what you want to do on here. Everybody has different goals and different agendas, and that's what we don't understand sometimes. We don't understand the reason why some people are hanging around us, and some people will say that they're here to support, they're here and they rock with you, and really they just, some people just want to find out how you're doing what you do, or how that they can sabotage you, how they can make you, you know, do a transfer of energy with them, and start an argument, and then they can say, look at that, look at what they did, when they're the one that started it. So you definitely have to pay attention to people virtually here on social media, because social media can definitely be a trip. Social media people here on this app, the things that people will say on social media behind avatar, behind fake names, behind, you know, whatever they're going through mentally, emotionally, whatever. The things that people will say on here will really like make you feel discouraged, and people will make whole videos about you, right? People make whole videos. They will spew a whole lot of lies. People will try to smear your name. But guess what? I always say the people who, after they've been watching you for a while on your channel, people will know really what you're about. Okay? That's what I say. Don't try to do things to clear your name. The ones that actually do care about you, the ones who actually rock with you and support you, they're not going to listen to that. And the people who actually will listen to it and believe the lies from somebody else, somebody who's trying to smear your name, then you need to stay away from those people. Those are not the people that you need to be around here on this app. Yes, Lisa. Thank you, everybody who is here. So I'm going to put the link here in the chat for anybody who would like to add something to this topic. And I found for myself that I had to learn to move differently here on this app. That you could find yourself like very disturbed on social media about a person that you don't even know. And I had to start asking myself, like, why am I so disturbed by somebody who doesn't even know me? And I want to remind you all of that too, all my gems, that don't let other people disturb your peace when these people don't know you. People think because you make content or you go live or whatever it is, they because of they see what you do, people think that they know you really. And these people don't know you in real life. They don't know your character. It's a lot of people who just come on this app and they make a whole different personality. And this is for clicks because it's YouTube. You can make it whatever you want to make it, but you got to pay attention to these people here on this app of YouTube. You got to pay attention to them because they will put you in a dark space mentally. They will disrupt your peace if you let them. They will, you'll spend all this time supporting them, and then you never wind up doing what you need to do for your own channel. You'll wind up not doing your own lives and doing your own content and videos, supporting other people. So definitely have to learn some balance here on this app while we support others. Make sure you're doing your own thing. Make sure you're reevaluating, like, okay, when I first started my channel, I started with this agenda. Am I still on target? Doing an evaluation of your YouTube, and am I doing what I really like? Am I doing the content that I enjoy? Do I still enjoy it? Am I happy doing it? And if you're not, maybe sometimes you got to take a few days off. That I'm definitely an advocate for telling people, if you feel like you're really stressed out because of other people, and you can get wrapped up in that. People can involve you. People can put you in the middle of some drama, and you have nothing to do with anything. So one of the best things that you can do sometimes is just take a break, um, virtually and in real life. There's people that you just need to take a break from because they bring the stress. They're bringing the drama in your life, and you don't need or deserve that. You don't need or deserve that. So you gotta learn to start doing some things that you enjoy. And I had to take a break for a little bit, and like getting to start journaling and writing down some things, like, why did you actually start doing this? And are you even enjoying what you do? Because you can find yourself like in a cycle of just putting out content or just going live just because that's what you are supposed to do. But do you feel anything in doing it? UK Medic says, I found the best ways to ignore it. If you respond, it feeds their ego. Ignore them and they get bored and go away. That's some great advice, UK Medic. I definitely was the person that before I really knew who I was when I first started here on this app, and social media in general. Somebody would do something and I felt like I had to always defend myself. But you don't. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to say a word. And like the saying, where there is no fire, where there is no fuel, the fire goes out. So if you don't give them anything, you don't say anything to them, it's going to end, because just ignore them. Just ignore them. That's what I learned. Hey, the J Jordan. Happy. I almost said Thursday. Happy Friday. It's a weekend, everybody. Anybody got any special plans? Um, I, you guys, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's thunder in the background. It just started raining here. So, what are you guys up to today? Anything fun? Anything exciting? I personally, I find that when I start feeling disturbed, when I start feeling, when somebody starts making me feel sad, and I have to evaluate, like, why am I letting another person take so much control over my mind? Why am I letting another person use me? Why am I pouring so much of my energy into them? And we pour a lot of energy into people. And we can really truly care about somebody, and it's very hurtful when someone backstabs or does unkind things or moves in a really funny way. My word, snakish. They, snakes on the ground, like you have no idea. They've been slithering everywhere and you don't know it. And then they come back to you with a smile on your face. So you got to pay attention to those things. Hey, Mary B. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you and everybody in the chat. I hope you're having a great work day. people will people will do some things. People will do some things to you. And I found that when I found out about how negative people are, I was just like, wow. And they want to say things so that you can say something, and then it comes to be like almost like a battle. Oh yeah, you said this, now I'm going to say that. You say this and I'm going to say that, and it will be an ongoing thing that you have to learn to put a stop to. You have to put a stop to it. I deal with negative people by cutting them off. Yep. I've learned that, and it's not that long that I've learned that about cutting people off. I would say in the past probably 2 years. I think before that, I um I was definitely the person, like, I was ready to go to blows with people, like actually fight people, and they're it's just not worth it. It's people who are not worth it. I'm having a great day with my coworkers. We cutting up today. I love them. That's awesome, Mary. That's awesome. Those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. Exactly. You have to learn to, like, what are you pouring your energy into? Like, what are you allowing other people to do to you? And it's about what we are allowing, what we choose to believe. Are you gonna lower yourself down to their where they are in their life, what they think about? You don't have to engage with people who are not wrapped too tight. There's a lot of people, they're just not right. They're just not right up here, and you can't make them be a positive person. You can't make them stop manipulating other people and telling lies and be involved in drama. And I found that in real life and even on this app, that being friends with certain people, that you find yourself defending their craziness. You find yourself, you start getting yourself invested and involved in their foolishness. And then after a while you're like, how come you're always involved in some mess? I don't know anybody who hasn't been in that position, but you find yourself, like, when you really care for somebody, when somebody's your friend, you find, like, okay, in the beginning, maybe you may have been misled to thinking that, why are everybody's always against this person? And then later on, you start finding out they're the reason why all of these things are happening. So I had to learn to open my eyes to that too, that when you see a person is always involved in some drama, some mess, you have to ask yourself, why are they always involved in mess? And I'm telling you, you become guilty by association too, because after one person is involved, that person is involved in drama, then you find yourself involved in the drama because you're friends with them, and then it just snowballs, and it doesn't feel good. Generally, the negative people don't have the ability to be creators, so they act out of jealousy. And I will say that that's true. That if you ever look at certain people and their channel, I'm not trying to start no mess, but they have no content. Everything is just, I could say, mostly live streams. Like they actually don't make actual videos. Um, it's just they go live, or another thing that has been irritating me recently, all they do is jump on other people's panels, and I'm just like, this is crazy. They jump on other panels and they broadcast to their own channel, but they don't ever make their own content. I don't know. I don't know. That kind of irritates me. That's something that's been irritating me recently. Like, how come you never make your own content? How come you never come up with any of your ideas? I guess some people, they just don't. Everybody is on this app for different reasons, and there's some people who actually have ideas and they actually make content, and then there's people who don't have any ideas. They don't um, make content, but they ride off of the coattails and the success of other people. There's people who actually go in people's chat. They go in the bushes with a whole paper and pen and write down other people's ideas. Oh yeah, that's good. And all they do is like change a title, and they just reword things. And I was like, that just because you change one or two words of what somebody else says, that does not make it original content. You still are stealing the ideas of other people. Like, I don't know about some people. Yeah. Generally, the negative people don't have the ability to be creators, so they act out of jealousy. Yeah. Yep. Subsuckers, as I call them. Yeah. Some people, they just and I feel sorry for people who are like that. I feel sorry for people who that they can't just be happy with themselves. They can't just be happy with who they are. Like they have no life. There's people who actually just stay at home and just go and hop on everybody's panel. Like they have like nothing to do in like real life. And I'll say for instance, for myself, like I have a real life. I have a family. I have lots of things, but I like to come on to this app of YouTube and encourage people, give knowledge, be supportive, share my life and things like that, to sort of help other people, um, to just talk about things, get things off of your chest. So those things that I think it's important to do that. I think it's just all about why you are here on this app. Why do you come on this app? What is your purpose? What is your reason? And I think after a while, when you start paying attention to people, you find out really what these people are about. And you've identified, like, you say you're about this, but you're really not. Yeah, they promote themselves on other people's panel. Yeah, they always are talking about what they do. And that's a good way to get blocked on my channel. When somebody, I hate when people come over to your channel to tell you that I just uploaded the video, or I gotta go, I'm about to do a premiere. Don't promote yourself unless you've asked the host, do you mind if I share something about my channel? Like, people don't have respect here on this app. They're just about themselves. So those type of people. I don't want them around me. I don't want those people around me. I don't want people who are negative. I don't want people who are users. I don't want people who are gossipers on this app. I just want people who are like are happy with themselves and they're trying to do something with their life and they're out there living their own personal truth with their family, with their friends, and they're happy. They know how to smile. They're not always like miserable and always ranting and raging. I can't do it. I cannot do it anymore. Too many people do it for money instead of enjoying sharing content with others. Yeah. And I get it. I get it, everybody. Like, I'm here on this app. I'm trying to make money too, but I want to put out good content. I tried for all my YouTube channels. I try my best to put out good content. Some is informative, some is for healing. Some when I say healing, I don't mean like physical healing. I mean emotional, mental, spiritual healing. Because I think that's important. Well, they can't marry. They can't have friends because of what they do. And one of the things that I don't like is a person who's always talking about everybody's against me. Those woe is me people. Everybody is always against them. Everybody is always talking about them. But they never put in any accountability. Like, what have I done to get all of this, you know, to get everything that I'm getting? At the end of the day, when you're a full grown adult, you have to stop acting like a child and say, okay, hold on. Why did I say that? Why did I do that? And I need to stop doing that because that's not nice. Put yourself in another person's shoes. Would I like if somebody did what I just did? No. And learn to genuinely apologize and change those things about yourself. But some people, they really can't. They don't know how to do that. They can't do that because they've been used to being coddled and they're used to always being the victim. That's the reason why they don't have friends. They can't be trusted. Yeah, and trust is that's one thing that when I find out that somebody is not who they say they are, I can't deal with them anymore. I really can't, whether on this app or in real life. When somebody does some things that are cutthroat, I'm done. From day one, I have devoted 70% of my time helping others. I do this for fun. Oh, awesome, UK medic. If you can't develop a relationship with someone, that's very odd. I'm sorry. I understand. I understand. hmm I understand completely. Like, I understand, here on this app, I know people will say that you can't have friendships on this app, but I don't believe that at all. I have met some really awesome people, and they are my friends in real life, in real time. So I don't believe that you can't have friends on you can't meet friends on social media. But I do find that you find people that there's no way I could deal with them in real life because of either their personality, their drama, their whatever. And you're right, Mary, that's very odd. Yep, they always play a victim. They're always talking about have to run. I have a call out. Thank you so much, UK Medic. Appreciate you being here and have a great weekend. Um, yes, they always play a victim. Always. Always play a victim. Always, always. And I'm like, that's crazy. I understand that things can happen to you sometimes, but also if you're always talking about what happened to you and other people, and they're always talking about, oh, everybody doesn't like me or they're jealous of me all the time, actually, that's when you start to raise an eyebrow. Pay attention to people who do that. Right, UK Medic. Unfortunately, drama sells on this platform. Yeah, and some people, that's what they like. They enjoy but I don't. I'm learning to back off those type of people because it starts to affect me. It definitely affects me. And I found that, like, even after I turn off my whatever device I'm watching YouTube on, that certain people, like it stays with me. And I found that when I was listening to people who are always smearing other people, always talking about something negative, then next thing I know, I start feeling, oh, and how come this and how come that? Or you start complaining about stuff, and it's not good. So it does transfer. Don't think that when you're around people who are negative and always angry and shouting and yelling, and this happened to me and that happened to me, and it's everybody else's fault and I didn't do anything and people are against me and people hate me. Hmm. Yeah, a person who has zero accountability, you have to pay attention to those people and start distancing yourself from them, back away from them. And it's not because you think you're better than them. That's what a lot of people do. People will say, you think you're better than me. I'm like, really? Really, dude? Or really, girl? Like, I'm jealous of you. It's about myself and protecting my own peace. Hey, James. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Appreciate your support. And thanks to all the mods in the house. Shout out to the mods who always support me and share me out. And those who share me out, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, I lost my train of thought, but you do have to pay attention to the people who are negative. You have to pay attention, and you have to say like, why are they always negative? If you see a person that things can happen, but for the most part, you should be a happy person. Busy doing things for your own self, for your own life, going out and enjoying yourself, and and just doing you. But if everything is always something, like they're always on attack mode, you have to start be like, hmm, why are you always on attack mode? Like the Chihuahua, always ready to nip at somebody and attack a person. I do think that it says a lot about your personal character. It does. It says a lot about you and who you are. Yeah, happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Anybody have any special plans for the weekend? I don't. This is my weekend to work. So um, I'm kind of excited. Um, I probably shouldn't talk about it, but I'm going to. That next I think it's next week. Is it next weekend the 24th? Yeah, next weekend is the baby shower. So I'm probably gonna take you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna do the baby shower live or I'm gonna do the baby shower on a vlog. But I'm very excited for my great nephew. Very, very excited. I haven't had a baby in the family in a long time since my nephew, the youngest one, and that was 25 years ago. It's been 25 years since I've been around a baby, so I'm excited to be a great auntie and to love on my great nephew who's coming. When it's the same issue over and over again, you have to open your eyes and think, okay, wait a minute, this person is the issue. Yeah, and that's what I had to realize about certain people, like in my life, people here on this app of YouTube, that if a person is always complaining about everybody, right? They're always complaining about everybody, and everybody is always the problem. And you have to say, like, wait a minute, how come it's always you? You got to pay attention to that. Hey, Urban, how are you doing? Happy Friday. I hope you're doing great and appreciate all the likes. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream. Yes, a baby shower. My great nephew. So my nephew and his girlfriend are having a baby. So I'm very excited. And it's my nephew who, if you guys watched my previous vlogs, my nephew who just became a firefighter. Yeah. he's going to be a dad. And I'm excited for him, for the change, to see his life change and shift, to be a father and all of that. And I get to love and hug on a baby like I love the babies. Auntie loves the babies, but I love to hug on them and love them. Be like, okay, I love this baby. I love you. Now go home to your mom and your daddy. I feel like being an auntie is the best of both worlds. You get to love the babies, hug them, kiss them, spoil them, and then send them on their way. I was like, okay, that's enough. Hey, when you coming to get this baby? That's the type of auntie that I am. I'll love them. I'll take care of them. You got something to do. You got an errand. Okay, bring the babies by and be like, okay, all right, all right. You on your way? Yeah. Yep. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be a great auntie again. I think, I believe the baby is going to be born October, I think the end of October. So just about a month before you guys are, you probably will start seeing a new squishy around here. Um, I know people say don't show babies on the internet, but this is my channel. I'm gonna do what I want. I'll show my squishy. I already know that's what I'm going to call him. So, Auntie's going to have a new squishy. So, you guys will, I know those of you who don't care for babies, you guys may start getting irritated. Probably I'll be showing in shorts my nephew doing something, my great nephew. James, you laughing at me? Yeah. So, I'm excited to be auntie again. And it kind of makes me feel some type of way, not having my mom and dad anymore. And like now it's going to be another generation of another baby in the family. And they're not here, in person anymore. But, I know they're always here in spirit. But I would have loved for my parents to see this baby, coming into our family. But it's all good. They raised us. Yeah, I love the babies. Word, bring me my babies. Auntie loves her babies. I love to spoil them. I spoil. Now I'm telling you, I am that auntie. I would don't. And my sister used to do it. My brother has done it. Don't try to regulate what happens over here in Auntie's world. They be like, stop spoiling my kids. Stop buying them everything. Nope, you don't control nothing over here. So my nephew already says, you're buying me too much, buying them too much already. My great nephew, he already has um cute little what is it? The little shirts with the bow ties. He's gonna be the cutest little boy man. He's gonna be the cutest little boy man. He's gonna be so dapper. He has so many hats, baseball caps, suits. Yeah, already. Already. Yeah. Word, bring me my babies. That's one thing. Auntie loves the babies. I always have loved kids, but having my own, that's good. It's good. You have the babies, and then give me my babies, and then go about your business. That's what I always say. Bye. Close the door. Don't ask what I bought. Say, do you buy them new things? Yeah. Don't worry about what's going on over here. Because Auntie loves her babies. So I just wanted to come on here quickly, and I put the link in the chat this last time, and for those of you who want to come and share something about dealing with negative people, yeah. So I one thing that I have learned, and what I'm continuously learning as I'm getting older, because like my best friends, they're grandparents now, so it's like I'm in grandma age now. And I what I'm learning is that don't let negativity from other people get me down. Like, don't let other people and their drama, their foolishness, their lies, their manipulation, their mental health issues, don't let that get inside of you and get you down. And I used to always let other people affect me. I always let people make me upset, make me angry, and they're the one that have the issues. But you got to learn to dismiss it. You got to learn to stop picking up the phone, answering these negative people's text messages, feeding into it. Like, I had to start asking, like, a person who, well, they're no longer my friend, but asking them, like, why is something always happening to you? Okay, what are you doing to draw in those type of people? Because we people are like a magnet. People are going to be drawn to you for certain reasons. People will be drawn to you because of your your negativity, or people can be drawn to you because of your positivity. And I told them that, like, that's your choice. You can choose to be positive. You can choose to, stop being dramatic. There's people out there, and I know a few of them that they're just dramatic people. They like the drama. They like to do things, and then they back away and say, "Oh, you're the problem because," and I always say, "No, you're upset that someone is calling you out." That's what people do. That's what some people do. They don't like when they're confronted. They don't like when somebody, like, the other people didn't fall for their smoke screen, their foolishness, their whatever it is. So I'm learning, and I hope you all are learning too, that you don't have to deal with the negative people. You don't have to deal with people's lies and their drama and all of that. So I'm learning too. Every day is a new day, and there's always going to be some problems. There's always going to be something. And for myself, like, I find that I have the most dramatic family. And I love them and everything, but certain people within our family that you can't deal with them. Like like I, I i say to myself, I love you, but I love you from a distance, because you give me a headache, or you're always complaining, or you're always miserable, or you never fix your problem. That's one thing about certain people. They never fix their own issues. If you always find that you're complaining about the same thing all the time, you may want to find out, why am I having this same issue all the time? And what am I going to do about it? And I think that's where it stops for most people. They never want to do anything about, okay, like, if your issue is always you're complaining about your finances, but you're always wasting your money, or you're not making enough, you need to do something to change that. Or you're complaining about the romantic relationship. uh Title equals don't Miss Marlene. Hey Heather, how are you doing? I find that I had to start paying attention to myself. I had to start paying attention to certain people, and that certain people is just not meant to be in our life. And we can love people, we can care about people, but they don't care about us. They don't care about us. No matter how much people will say out of their mouth, very easily, it just rolls off their tongue, I love you, I love you. No, certain people, they love that you support them. They love that you don't confront them. They love that they can use you for something, whatever it is. And once you stop serving a purpose, then of course you don't love them, and you become whatever, every kind of nasty thing in the book, right? You do. Once you start calling people out and say, I notice you do this, I notice you do that, that's when people will start to hate you. That's when people start to hate you, because you don't fall for their foolishness. You don't let yourself be gullible. You don't fall into their traps. Like, I see you do this a lot. Okay, it did not go like that. You're adding to it. You're putting more into it than it actually is. And it's very important to call people out and tell people, like, you're not going to play games with me. Like, I know what you're doing. Like, that's not how it went. I was there. So it's important to see that and to not let yourself get sucked in by these negative people, whether a family, friend, in a relationship. And sometimes I had to learn that that's the reason why you have to move on in romantic relationships, because it's toxic. That's why you have to move on from certain friendships, because it's toxic. Family, because it's toxic. It's not worth your peace of mind at all. My thing is move on from it if it's not making you happy. But people take offense to that. Well, stop complaining to me about it then. Shut up. Yeah, that's what I say. If you're not going to fix something, a person who complains about something all the time, that's a good way to, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. If you can't change something, then stop complaining about it. Unless you're going to do something, unless you're going to put into some sort of action, like, okay, I'm actively pursuing, like, um, I'm complaining about it, but it's because I'm doing something to change whatever results that I'm getting. And if a person just sits down and they complain about it, and then they do something, like I had a friend and she was always eating the foods and it made her sick. But I'm like, but you're still eating that. And then you're always complaining to me, but your stomach hurts. I don't feel good. And I'm like, but you know you're diabetic. You know you're, so why do you keep eating these desserts? So I had to block that person. Because they're always complaining. I don't feel good. I feel sick. And the doctor's telling me, and they're mad at the doctor because the doctor is being a doctor and telling you because you're eating this, because you're doing that. So those are the people who don't want to change. You know, they don't want to change. They just want somebody to say, "Oh, do whatever you want. It will be okay." And that's not a healthy relationship. If you have a friendship or a person in your family and you can't have a conversation and, like, talk and tell somebody, because you're doing this, this is stopping you from growing and being better and loving yourself more. If you have somebody, people in your life, and they only want to say the sweet things, and you do this and you do that, but you can't have conversations, like real conversations with them, and say, you know, because I love you, I want to tell you this, or I want to tell you that. And if you can't do that in any of your relationships, it's not a good relationship. If you feel that you only can say sweet or nice things or what they want to hear, that's not a good relationship. In any good, healthy relationship, you should be able to say things like, you know, when you're doing this, and because of that it makes other people not like you, it makes other people feel uncomfortable. You have to know that you're doing this and that's why you keep getting this result. So it's all those things. And I'm learning. I had to dismiss a lot of people in my life because they're in that cycle of, this is the way that I am. You know, I know you all know people like that. This is how I am, and I've been this way my whole life, and I can't change. But yet they're always complaining about their life. So if a person is always complaining but never doing anything, it's not good for you or anybody in your environment. And I find that, especially if you have kids around, it's not good to even let kids be around that, because then they start feeling the same way, and it affects their self-esteem. You know, it doesn't make them feel good about themselves. So because I'm not going to sit in misery, I'm making moves. If it doesn't get better, I'm moving on. Yeah. And it has to. You can't sit in that sorrow, always feeling sorry for yourself, never doing anything about it. You got to get into making your own self happy. And that's and that's what a lot of people don't know how to do. Thank you so much, Wanda. That's what a lot of people don't know how to do. A lot of people don't know how to make themselves happy. And I find that to be very sad. Um, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. But there's a lot of people out there and they don't know how to make themselves happy. They don't, they're just miserable people. They're miserable individuals. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why some people just want to be miserable. I don't understand why some people don't do anything about their life. Like, it's somebody that I know, they've been complaining for over 20 years that I've known them, that they hate. I live in Florida, and they complain all the time. This is Florida, okay? This is Florida, and it's going to be hot. And they complain, I hate the heat. I hate the heat. I hate the heat. I hate the heat. I wish I was up north in the cold. I wish I was up north in the cold. I hate this. But they're always complaining about it, but they do nothing. So I had to get rid of them. A person who complains is very irritating to me. Hey, realist one, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Another mod in the house. Word says it's easier. It takes no effort to complain or be miserable. And it doesn't. It doesn't take any effort to complain, but it takes a lot from the other person who has to hear it. Like, I understand you have to have people that you can vent with when you're going through stuff. You got to have somebody that you can engage and say certain things with, but also nobody wants to hear negativity all the time. Nobody wants to hear miserable talk all the time. People want to hear about, being happy, having peace, all of those things. So, yeah, it's all that stuff. So, I just I just don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand why people want to continue to be negative. Why people want to be miserable. Why? I really and honestly don't get it. I really don't. So that's all I came here to say. Just wanted to get a few things out of my head, talking about, negativity and dealing with negative people and the things that, you can go through. I hope everybody, like, pays attention to people that they find that are playing games with them. They find that they're using them, manipulating them. You don't have to keep yourself around negative people in real life or on this app. When you don't like something, block. You know, don't listen to, click off. You don't have to be around it. You don't have to engage with negative people. If a person is a miserable person, let them stay by themselves and be miserable. You don't have to take it. You deserve more than that. Just do. And there's some people that will never change. That's their life story. That's what they want to be. So let them be that, and you go and be who you are. So I'll see you guys next week. I think next week Wednesday I'll be back on schedule. My regular schedule of 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I won't have to do this Friday, Sunday thing, but we'll see. And I thank you, everybody who's supported me. And don't let these negative people get you down or drive you crazy. Take control and charge of your life and be happy. And I'm going to go live at maybe in about 20 minutes on my Marlene Motivates channel. So those who are interested, come over there for that topic. Bye, guys.